woke up this morning, the sky was gray, another storm,
Okay. So, John, give me a title.
Oh, we had a title.
Yeah, I know. I can't remember it.
I've forgotten it.
Isn't it?
Which one?
Magic.
Say it, Manon.
A sprinkle of magic.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. So, I have chosen a font which is a pretty popular font for fantasy, but why is it not doing its thing? All right, let me try this again. I'm not sure why it's not working. Oh, it doesn't let me do this when I'm sharing screen. How bizarre is that? So I'm going to turn it off and I'll show you when I'm done. I don't know why. It's some weird quirk of, did somebody else do it already? Okay, so Manon has done that. So people are producing, are those Chat GPT?
No, that's the software I'm told you I'm using now to do book covers.
Okay, well, you can tell us about that while I'm finishing mine.
To share the page I'm playing with right now. So this is the program I'm working with. It's another AI and it's called, let me go back. So it was right there in the middle of the screen. So ideogram. So this an AI which do a fantastic image, as you can see. Can you see my screen? I don't even know if you see my screen.
Yes.
So they are a mix of DALL-E, ChatGPT, and God knows which one. They're very good with words, and they have a setting especially for books. So I was playing with a bit of the, when you tell that you're doing a book, they have setting in the generation program that you can tell that you are doing a vertical, horizontal, a 2-on-3. There's different model you can use, color, the magic prompt, you can use auto on or off. This, I haven't played with it quite a lot yet, but this is one of my book. I was playing on doing a book cover for one of my children books. So I really like that one. And then I was playing it a bit more because it's producing 4 images at the time. And basically you tell it that you are doing a book cover and you choose the 2 out of 3, 2.3. There's a term for that for you guys that you know. And then that's what it's giving you. So when you give it a title, it's going to write it properly. And yeah, I was asking him to put your name. So here we have this one with John Cresson in the bottom. So it's giving you
the name is Charles Congers.
Oh well, sorry, you didn't put it down somewhere. So I put it in there.
Did.
So
and I would be interested to see something more painterly out of this rather than the 3D.
So that's what I was going to ask, is how much control you have over the image it creates.
Yeah, that's you have to put the prompt. So I lost my prompt. Where's my prompt?
Well, I understand prompts, but I mean, can you do a particular artist, for example?
That I haven't got there yet. Like I said, it's something that I just figure out last week.
In most of them you cannot. Most of them you cannot. And that's what I love so much about Midjourney, is you can.
What do you mean?
You have a lot of control over what it creates.
In the style of Frank Frazetta, in the style of Vincent Van Gogh, in the style of
right, exactly.
Hey, whenever you get a chance, I'll show one. I made an image on chat just while Bill was doing that.
Yeah. And I kind of figured that's what we'd be doing here, is everybody.
Go ahead, share your screen, Kevin.
Here's the one I made on chat, and tell me what you think.
That's nice.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I don't know if it's too young, but I think I do like the way.
All right, watch this. Working. Please make her older. Let's see what happens.
It might work better if you gave an age range like 12 to 14 or.
There you go. Is she older?
Yep. A little bit.
She
Lost
is
her hat.
older. She still looks kind of young.
Too young, or what? You want her older?
What age range is your book?
It's a middle grade reader, so they're looking at 10 to 12. She should be.
Okay, I taught 12-year-olds for 14 years. She needs to be a little, if you want to catch that group, she needs to look a little older.
Yeah.
All right, we'll do that. Make her appear to be 14. How about that?
Yeah. I mean,
Let's see.
you can
See if
always
it, see if it does anything.
it does.
I don't have the hat though. Bill was able to put the hat on there. That was pretty cool. Oh, it gave one.
That hat came back.
So, and that's on Chat GT.
Yep.
So,
Oh yeah, Kevin's really, really good at manipulating chat.
yeah, that I don't know exactly if that's exactly or something what you need, but I mean, once you take an image like that and then you get it the right size and put your titles and stuff on it. I don't know how much tweaking you'd want to do. Do you want candles in the room, not candles in the room, that kind of thing?
I ask it to sketchy it up a little bit more, make it less perfect.
Ah,
That's perfect.
The room is younger than the teenager.
Good call, Cindy. Yeah.
School teachers know that stuff. I'm just about done, John, to show you
Cool.
what you were asking about.
let's see what happens.
I'm trying to remember how I did it. You can also ask it to do and like ChatGPT will do
How about that?
vertical. Yeah. That's older, isn't it?
It is.
It even has their name up there. That's kind of cool.
More of a painting style too. So what it is what it did. So it's not so, you know what I mean?
Now, where would you or what would you need to do to
So with this one, let me pull up. I don't know if you guys can still see that.
Yep.
Do you see my Clip Studio Paint? Is that coming up, or what do you see the image still?
Clip Studio Paint's coming up.
Yep.
All right. So I'm gonna grab that image. Hold on just a moment. I'm gonna save as. I'm gonna grab it. I'm gonna move it to my Clip Studio Paint.
John, I'm at 19 minutes, and this is
Do
this
you
is what
guys
I-
see my Clip Studio, or is it doesn't show?
We can see it.
So you can see what I just put on here?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So from here, depending on what you want done, what is something you might want done? And I'll just go ahead and knock it out.
Cindy, any ideas about what might appeal to teachers or whoever would buy these books?
But you want less candles? Like a candle appears kind of dangerous. Is that something?
You're selling, if you're in that 12 to 14 year age, what you're going to find is that 12-year-old, you're kind of selling to the parent.
Yeah.
And at 14, you're selling to the kid. So you've
Yeah.
got to have there's a balance there. I like the cool light. As a person who knows somebody that burnt their kid burnt their house down, maybe some more cool lights, or maybe if she's a witch, maybe like a crystal ball, or something like that. I don't know.
There's
But
one here. Yeah.
So the other thing that we're looking at is like I'm only looking at the book cover being mostly with her desk, like the width of her desk or just a little bit bigger. So it chop and maybe above her head so that we can put titles in. So there's like
Right.
the dark space underneath the desk, and there's and I
Right.
like the feet and the way they're sitting, and then just enough. So I feel like most of the candles will just disappear once you actually
Yeah,
chop
those
it.
Right.
candles,
But it's also easy to do this too.
those
um,
candles will not be on an ebook cover.
Right.
But I could also take this and this sprayer.
Oh yeah, the backlighting's no big deal.
Yeah.
See how simple that is?
Yep.
All right. Well, the one I did is in chat if you're interested.
I'm looking at I keep seeing it come up. It looks cool.
I put the one in chat too because now we don't have anymore the unicycle.
Mm.
Cycle is gone.
Well, and sometimes I'm not a big fan of trying to crowd in everything in a but that's just the way I do design covers. Some people are really good at it. I prefer to have one image that tells you what's going on in the book without having to crowd it up with a whole bunch of other stuff.
So I feel like the Charles Conjures is a good size. A Sprinkle of Magic, maybe it's too big a title. Maybe the title needs to be smaller, or it needs to be. I can't remember what other title suggestions I had.
Well, I mean that's just a mock-up.
Yeah. No, I think that's kind of working.
Do you see the last one I made, John?
I did not yet. Let me see.
I like John Zimwald's. The only thing is, for me, I don't know. Maybe that's perfect, but it's awfully Harry Potterish. I'll put it that way.
The one
Hmm.
That
I
might
did
be what you're
actually,
It might be what you want.
the one I did, that's what I put down in the style of Harry Potter, and that's what it gave.
Yeah. Well, and maybe that's what you need to do. But again, I was going to try and fit it into the time frame, so it took 20 minutes exactly.
Very cool.
The competition is on.
Well,
It's starting to look pretty good there. There's a
So
lot
there's no
of
candles there now. See?
candles.
Yep.
There's only one on the table beside the teddy bear. Is that a candle?
Oh, okay, we can get rid of that. Is it lit?
I don't see if it's lit.
oh, it is just extinguish it.
Yeah, extinguish it.
Put it out.
You're not going to see that. You're not going to see that on the ebook cover anyway.
Right, yeah, but we can grab that color, grab this sprayer, and we can.
One of the things you can also do once you learn all these techniques is you can create art outside of the covers. You can create internal art.
Yeah.
You can create marketing images. You can do all kinds of stuff once you've figured out how to manipulate images.
Yeah.
And when people say, well, you're using AI, all this, that. I've been doing this since long before AI came on. People were using Shutterstock and Deposit Photo and all of that.
The important things to know is when you have the image, you have a tons of image, like the software I'm using give you 4 image, and then you take them and you bring them to the program, you do your book cover in it, and then that's where you play with them, you kick bashing your image. So even the last image I put down, for me, I find it super image right now. That's a very nice book cover, the last one in the chat that I put down.
Yeah.
Obviously with changing the name and a few little things, but you have to play with the prompt, ask many questions, and then put them together. And like Bill is doing, is putting like 40 images on top of each other to end up with one book cover. So
Right.
just take one image the AI gave you and just says, okay, that's it. That's going to be my book cover.
And because of the time constraints, I think what we were trying to do is just show what can be done under, in very little time.
Mm-hmm.
And there's really some great images.
So one of the things I like about Manon's piece is where the title, The Sprinkle of Magic, is at the top.
Uh-huh.
I think the name is too small, but I think the art would need to be like artified, or something, or it's like really run through the ringer in order to try to get it to do something. Like this right now suggests that she's really small, and I don't think that's in the book.
Which part?
Just it's like she's the size of Tinkerbell riding a unicycle on a book.
Yeah,
You know,
they
and her bedroom is sort of oddly scaled. So it reads like a toy, which would be great for a certain kind of thing. And it's not what I'm going for as a toy thing. But I do like the sort of the way the Sprinkle of Magic title looks on there.
you like the font.
I like the font and I like the arrangement of the little words and the bigger words where it doesn't look like the title's too long.
Yeah, it's a nice way. And what is fun with this is you bring it in Canvas, and Canvas will grab the font and is going to use the same font you have here and make it yours. So there's that. So at least, you know, yes, something you like from this and from the other one, and then you can all kick bashing everything inside a program like Canvas.
Can. Yeah, I'm going to show you one more. I'm playing around too, so I'll show you one more before we get done.
I'm enjoying both of like all three of these things that I keep seeing, and also Manon's title I like a lot. But the John Zumwalt 2 Harry Potter kind of one is nice, and
Really
I
good.
like the sort of the dynamicness of it with all the stuffed animals kind of being alive and going with her.
Yeah, and you know, one of the things is you're going to get different takes on exactly the same thing depending on who is doing it.
Yeah.
Because we're all artists, and while the people who don't understand what we're doing would say we're not, we are, because we're creating different things from exactly the same source material.
Absolutely.
Well, there's a reason they say that plots can't be copyrighted because no two people, you can have the same quote unquote plot and no two people are going to write it the same way.
Sure.
I mean, if we all sat outside and drew pictures of the flowers in the springtime in the lake, every one of them would look different.
Mm-hmm. It's a fact. Well, it's like if you go to one of those paint class things, where, you know, wine and paint or whatever it is, one of those type things where they give you like an image and everybody's going to paint the same image while you're talking, and you know, for 2 hours, and the person goes around, and you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yes, I've done it before.
Okay.
I will tell you though, after a certain amount of alcohol has been consumed, all the pictures look just alike.
Well,
Just-
yeah, sure. Sure. But initially they don't. You know, everybody's got this a similar take on the same thing, but they're all just a little bit different.
Well, thank you, Bill. This is really amazing to see everybody working on this.
It's kind of amazing to see what can be done with the instruments we have at our disposal today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got one more thing I want to do though.
Kevin, can you share me your image as well?
What's that?
Can you share me the image you were working on as well?
Yeah, I'll share it right now. Hold on, just
Chat.
Put it in chat, or where you want to put it?
Chat's good.
All right, hold on. All right, let me see. Oops, hold on just a second. I will save it. I'm going to save it as a PNG.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can have it and take it somewhere and put a cover on it, or you know.
Yep. Thank you.
Is the image good enough in chat, or does it need to be emailed? There's the question.
Don't know.
That's a good question. Let me know.
Bill,
if you know
Bill
any-
and Manona, we're all. Do you have are you on Discord?
Kevin is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As Kevin, or is some other
Yeah, it
creative
should be
name?
Kevin Steverson should be on there.
Okay, cool.
Nothing.
I think you have a different name though on Discord. I couldn't find you.
Is it?
I don't think so. I thought he was Kevin Steverson.
Yeah, I did too.
I can check because I didn't find it. So like I said, that the one in Canva is picking up the text. And you can actually get the text and keep the text.
I shared a cat in the city poster that I was making. It wasn't for this book, it was for a different book.
It's all yours, so you can remove everything else and then get something else. Where's the one that you did there? Let's see if I can grab it.
See if that came up on chat for you to grab.
Oh, man. If I lose you guys, my power's going out.
Really?
Yeah. It's flickering. So if I go away, that's what happened.
Were you
Okay.
able to grab that off the chat? Was that
I didn't
there?
see it. It didn't come up.
It's not here.
Maybe it's taking time to upload.
Maybe.
I don't see it either in chat.
There it comes.
We could share it also in.
There it goes. Is that it?
That's the
I
one.
think so. Yeah. Middle grade. The middle grade fiction channel could be a place to share things.
Yeah. All right.
Cindy, are you also working in this vein, or where's your? Maybe I heard you doing romance.
I have enough 12 to 14-year-olds to fill my cup up for a while. If I was going to do children's books, I would be doing picture books. In fact, I have an idea for one.
Oh, yeah.
But I've got other things that I've got to do first. So I will see.
What's amazing is you can fit, 500 words in a single auto write prompt. So you can put some style information in, you can put some, it's Charles Conjures, Kevin.
Uh-huh. Let me see.
So if you add a small enough idea to ask for it in the the key details, you could probably get very close to a picture book in one push of premium or excellent.
What's the title of it? A Sprinkle of Magic? Is that what it is?
Yeah, Sprinkle of Magic.
Of. We're missing the of somewhere in that.
I have one more for you, John.
Go ahead.
Same font. I haven't changed the font. That's actually a very popular font for that age group. I looked it up, but
Which one? The one that you've?
yeah, the one I
Yeah, I think it looks right, and then that's sort of the most important part, isn't it?
well, it's one of them. I would. There's a couple of things I'd do to it if I had time, but yeah, I mean, so here's a different take.
We're missing one word.
Yeah, the off.
Oh, nice.
Well, I like the action of it, and I think the colors would appeal to that age group. But but
If you're writing for middle school girls, pinks, aquas, sparkly stuff.
Yeah.
Those are big things.
Can we make her a little less sexy on the legs? Maybe give her pants and
we could
and go with those colors that Cindy just talked about. Sparkle pants, maybe with rhinestones.
Well,
I would.
But remember, if you do that, now you're turning away from the 10 to 12-year-old boy reading. You might see that and go, "Ooh, I want to read that." No, I'm kidding. Yeah, I mean, we could. I'm not going to worry about it tonight, John, because that would, require some more prompting.
But I like the angle or and the sparkliness of where it's going.
Yeah, that's cool. But yeah, he's right. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you know, I mean,
Yeah, that looks great. The
10-year-old
way the book
cheerleader.
is and everything.
But again, what I really like about that, and it's there, and that was what I like, and is the connection with the reader, the connection with the viewer. The you know, it's like the puppet is looking right at the camera.
Yeah.
Get us with a magical book.
It's almost as if you could put some leotards on her and be good to go. You
Oh,
know?
sure. I mean, fixing this would not be hard. You know, that would be a simple thing to do is just, you know, I mean, what I would do is just take the hem of her skirt and lower it down around to her knees.
Hmm. John's got another one.
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like John's is going a little bit more towards Studio Ghibli, which I like. Again, 3 hands. What is it with the 3 hands in the magic books?
Well, it is magic.
Mhm.
But again, those are all, and that's the thing, and why it's worth your while to figure out whatever you use, how to manipulate the AI.
Yeah, I know what you get out of it. How can you
Yes,
take control of it?
how can you control? It's just like Sudowrite. You know, it is not going to do your work for you. It will do a lot of it, but you got to know how to use it.
Oh yeah.
I love that the book, the pages are all weathered and weathered, but also that the writing on the book is not necessarily in the right
Yeah,
direction.
it's not English, and it's something.
No, but it's you know, it's in 90-degree angle of what you'd expect.
Right.
So I like that.
Yeah, but
I would
again,
leave
you've
that.
got 3 completely different takes on it from 3 different people who are all doing the same thing.
Yeah.
And you know, that's a cool way to do it.
Yeah, so this way you have a multiple way of looking at something, and that's what I say. You get many image, and then you kick bash them, and something you like in one, you bring it in the other one. And with
Yep.
all the app we have, like the one you're working with, Bill and Kevin, and even Canva, because I have the professional version of Canva, so I can go and take piece and move them around.
Right.
So it's all it just take time though. It's not something you can do like very quickly. So in a day you can have a very nice cover for sure.
Well, not just a cover, you can have other stuff too. I mean,
You have the back of the book cover. You have to think about it too because you have the print version that has to have the back covers and all that stuff. You have to
it
decide
does.
next one an image.
Now, you know, and one of the things you can do with Midjourney and is it no longer even needs an image that it created to then expand it up, down, or to either side.
Yeah. I love that.
Yeah.
But you can also if you ask like if Kevin asks ChatGPT for a full body image, it'll give you a vertical image. It'll where you can't get vertical images in Sudowrite, but you can get vertical images out of ChatGPT if you ask for a full body.
Right. Most of the time.
Mhm.
It won't, excuse me, always do it. So sometimes, and one of the tricks you can do is if it's not giving you full body images, is tell it what kind of shoes they're wearing.
I guess the other question here, which is I thought we would go into a little bit more, is just, you know, what's expected? What is the market thing look like? I mean, one of the things you were telling me is that the font that we're looking at with that you've been using, Bill, is a well-traveled font for the age group.
It's a popular font in fantasy. Okay. I haven't narrowed it down to particular middle school fantasy, but in fantasy, and what I did was I went to Google and said, what are the most popular fonts in fantasy?
Nice.
And there are many places you can get fonts for free. There are places where you do have to, some fonts you have to buy. Okay. But for example, and I'll give you an example. One of the reasons that if you ever publish with KDP is they don't have Times New Roman.
Okay.
Times New Roman is actually a font that you have to pay for.
Hmm.
They have something very, 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 very similar, but it's not exactly the same thing. So, there's just all these little copyright things out there and all this kind of stuff. But the only thing that I can tell you, or Kevin, he's going to agree with me on this, is to do this kind of thing and to get the images you want and start creating books that have internal images and all that kind of stuff.
What's that?
You got to play with them.
Yeah. Where did the little book go? Was that Manon?
Manon. What? She's over there playing.
Yeah, I'm playing.
Oh, I will, well, since we're doing that, I'll show you something I just got in. I'll have to, and can you stop sharing for a second? I'll kind of.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to show you guys what I look like here, and that's gonna be frightening. So if you have any animals or small children in the room, they want to. Okay, there we go. Okay, yes, that's actually what I look like.
Yes, it is.
My muscles are hidden under here. So one of the things I've created is, and this is only going to be available to a select number of people who buy 3 books that are in this book series of mine. So you're going to have to meet me at a con and all that. So it's very limited. But if you do, I will give you one of these if you buy those 3 books. And if you buy them online and tell me, then okay. Anyway, this is the book. And I know you're probably not going to be able to see it very well, but
We can read it, yeah.
okay. So it's the Christmas Valkyrie and the Ghost of Hit World Past.
Yep.
This is the back cover.
Yep.
This is the frontispiece. First thing you see when you open it.
Hmm.
Full color.
Looks like a little bit like Krampus.
Guess what?
It is.
Oh, you've read the story. Yes, it's Krampus. This is the title page. Now, I don't know if you can tell, but those are weaponized Christmas cookies. Gingerbread men
I could see.
in Times Square. My
Sharp.
point is that, we've got, it's in full color.
Hmm.
I did all the art. And then the very last thing at the very back is I have this angel, supposedly, or Valkyrie.
How many pages?
It's a short story. So this is, maybe 25 pages.
Hmm.
I'm doing another one. This was the first one. I'm doing another one that's up for sale, up for pre-order now on, I'll spare you this part. That's up for pre-order on Amazon called The Altar of Ataan, which is Ataan. And it is being done, it's a short story. It's about 7,000 words. But I'm doing this as kind of not exactly a graphic novel, but kind of a graphic novel. Because it's going to have, throughout it, it's going to have multiple illustrations, full color illustrations. And once again, the only way you're ever going to be able to get it, you can buy it on Amazon, because if Amazon's going to print these for you, well, then you're going to have it up as a paperback. It is going to be available as a short story. It's only 99 cents, no big deal. But I'm doing it that way, and then I'm going to have the paperback, which I will then be able to give away at cons, if anybody's interested, or sell. But once you master creating all this art, you can do this kind of thing too.
Oh yeah, no, that's it's just, you don't expect to see full color in these books, but you can put it in now.
Amazon does it now.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Be aware that it doubles the cost of the book. So if you do it on a book that was already costing you, say, $7 landed, well, now you're going to be up around $13 or $14 for that same book. and it starts getting pretty hard to make a profit on them. But it does look pretty cool.
Yeah, no, you'd have to get into comic book publishing or something in order to bring and pre-publish 2000 or something.
Yeah, you'd have to get into an actual printer as opposed to print on demand.
Yeah. But with these shorter books, you're getting a decent enough return that you can sell them.
Oh, this is brand new, John. I don't know yet. This is, this is all stuff I'm just now doing.
Well, I'm interested in hearing how it goes.
But he's had short stories that have done well. Tell him, Bill.
Oh,
Did you not have just one not long ago published, Bill? A short story?
oh yeah, well, yes. I've got a lot of short stories published, but
One you just did recently.
that was really more of a short novel. I have a series of novellas that I write. They're anywhere from 25 to 50,000, depending on the book. But yes, I did have one come out in an anthology, but I didn't do that anthology. It was done by a friend of mine. He asked me to for it. But while we're doing this, I will show you one. And I personally think this cover is 4 years old, but I did it, and this was not AI. But I did it myself, and I personally think it's why it has sold so well. But this thing has sold. Since we're talking, I will say this. This is the cover. Y'all mind if I share a second?
Go ahead.
For you, but I am trying to tell you what has worked for me. So this is the cover for that short story that's coming out this month. That, and I'm selling some copies of it. And that's the one that's going to have a lot of the illustrations in it. But then I've also got one. Hang on a second. Since we're here, I'll scroll down. I have to keep going for a little while. Cindy, does that look familiar? Oh, she may have gotten off. She's in that one. That one's one we did through my writing class.
Yes, I do recognize it. I'm still here.
So this is a short story. This is 8,000 words, something like that. 260 ratings on a short story is pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah, that's great.
I've sold a lot of that one, and that one, it's actually a little over. The Kindle is I think I've got it at $199.
That's been out a while, hasn't it?
Oh, it's been out, yeah.
You can tell on the cover it was,
This came out in 2021, this version of it.
Yeah.
And, I only sell one every now and then, but I don't need to sell. I've already made, a lot of money on this thing. It's sold over 1,000 copies.
Yeah.
And I routinely sell out of it at cons, but it's because of that cover. And
somebody mentioned children's book a while ago. I got a couple images I can share from a children's book I have. Anybody want to see it?
Yeah, let's see them.
Is this a series you're getting ready to do?
This is one of them. I'm not going to show a bunch of pictures out of this one. I got two of them back to back, but I'll share.
Okay.
You guys see that?
Oh, wow. Yeah. Look like
Yeah, he's afraid of people under his bed.
Yep.
And every night it's the same thing. There might be people under his bed, but the teacher tells him there's no such thing as people.
That's great. How are you keeping? Are you working in Midjourney? What are you?
I use chat, and then I take it to, to Clip Studio Paint.
Chat.
Yeah,
Nice.
It's gotten really good at it.
No, it looks great.
But yeah, that's the book. There's people under my bed.
I've been trying to use to talk chat and Midjourney into doing a 5x5 matrix of the entire kids to do a grid with 25 images, and so it's the cover and all 24 pages.
Oh, yeah.
As a thumbnail. of the entire thing, and it can't count, of course.
Well, that's beyond its capability at the moment.
Yeah,
As a
and
thumb, you want that many images on a thumbnail on Amazon? You remember people see small pictures when they scroll through.
no, I'm asking for like the single image to have
Uh-huh.
all the thumbnails of the entire book, to have sort of a consistency to the imagery.
Oh, make a collage. Yeah.
Oh, well, you mean
Essentially.
a mosaic, in other words.
Yeah, mosaic.
At the beginning, so that I would then have something that I could then essentially blow up and have it, yeah, and have it sort of maintain its cohesiveness, I guess, is the idea.
So if you know, you can do an image on chat, and you can ask chat using the image above and the same character, please make him doing this, please make him doing that.
Yep. Yeah, no,
That's
chat's pretty good for that.
That's my
Yeah.
2024 mosaic of publications.
Ah, cool.
And this, I used Midjourney.
Yeah.
And so you can use Midjourney to do exactly what you're asking it to do. You just need the images.
Hmm.
Is that what you wanted?
Manon?
Do you see what I'm on the screen?
Yeah, something like that, or pull the of over a little bit further.
Oh,
even
well,
more.
I mean, I could, hang on. I'm sorry. I didn't know that's what you wanted. I could do that in 2 seconds. Well, and I can do it using that same font if you like that font.
He liked the font that I had earlier, so I just
Oh, okay. Well, that's cool then. Yeah, I'm good. I got a dog driving me nuts. I think I'm about done, guys.
I thought that was the kitchen.
Well, he needs to eat and go potty. So,
Ah, there you go. Go get him potty.
all right. And if I don't come back, then come back in 2 weeks and we'll have more. Kevin and I need to talk about working cons.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, because you guys got to go to some conventions and talk to people and get with people, and that networking is crucial.
It is.
I actually like it kind of hiding behind magic. So stick it in between the A and the G and hidden a little bit.
Once it's dropped, I have to go back and pick it up after. But
Yeah,
that's
ship-
a bit of playing with it and get it to go where it goes. Because it's a small F, is you have to put it exactly where you want. It's a bit small too.
Hair to the left. Not that much. A little bit to the right. Maybe. And then bring
There.
it back up.
There.
Higher or lower?
Maybe like that.
And then all the words got to shift over to the right just a hair, don't they?
Good night, Cindy.
Yeah, good night.
Yeah.
The
Yeah, it looks
F-
like the whole title's just a hair to the left, isn't it? When you
yeah, it's not
center that whole thing.
I will have to
There it
send
goes.
it,
There
and
it
the
goes.
off will stay there.
There it is. Keep going. Yeah.
Hold on, get this guy. Because I have to group them. I don't group them. So. That's kind of pretty much sent. My red line is there. Not too bad.
Yeah,
That's pretty
something like
good.
that. It's nice.
But you get her smaller a little bit and get more darker part on top. So if you don't want the word to get on top of her head.
How's the name? Is that name correct?
The C has been messed with.
Because
And
I erased some of the legs.
Oh yeah, we need to fix that. See.
But the name is correct in terms of the name.
Yeah, just need to go back because I went and get mini skirt. I erased the legs. So I was saying that too much legs.
Yeah, that's too much. Yeah, you're right.
Let's go and play with these. It's just for fun, just to play a little bit with it, because when you have more time and more patience to do it, so you can do this one, that one here. You can extend the skirt a bit and then cut it off at some part. Is it okay? And erase this part.
But what's interesting, Kevin, is the problem with chat and monsters is that our monsters get really close together when we ask for monsters. So
Everybody's monsters.
everybody's monsters are getting very similar.
Have you used make it unique?
I have, and that does help. But you have it also really tends towards Sully a lot. Is it Sully? What's the name of the blue monster in Monsters Inc.?
Right.
And when the little green guy shows up with a single eyeball, it's like, okay, got to get rid of that one.
Yeah, yeah. I think that these are, and I don't know that they'll sell online per se very much, but at cons and conventions when, parents are there with their kids too, is why I want to have two different books on the table with me.
Yeah.
So I've got that one, People Under the Bed, and then I've got another one, and I've got all the images on the other one done.
That's great. How long did it take you to get them done?
I don't know. It's been a couple days on them, but on the other one, it's called I'm Not Eating That, right?
Mm-hmm.
So let me pull it up here just a second. I'll pull a couple images for it. Let me put a couple of them up here.
And why the child is missing
And
the page. I don't remember deleting this part.
So do you have a workflow? Do you take them from here and then res them somewhere else, or is it in the clip paint thing? Or
I use Clip Studio Paint for everything. Yeah.
Okay.
Let me grab another one.
We can't see your screen yet.
All right. Yeah. I'm once I get them, I'll pop it up and I'll flip through the images. All right, here we go. Let me see here. Share screen. Let me see here. Share screen. What are the options? How do I share the entire screen? Maybe that'll share the entire screen. We'll see. All right, let me know if you guys can see this.
Nice. Yep.
Okay, well, basically, when you flip through the book, is I'm Not Eating That. And what it's designed to do is your 4 to 10-year-old or 4 to 8-year-old kid is going to be, but I like hamburgers and fries. No, monsters don't. Monsters like this.
Mm-hmm.
Did it pop up?
Yep.
And then the next one is I'm Not Eating That. Nuggets and fries. I'm not eating that. Yuck. Because monsters like this. Right? Same thing with no. I'm not eating that. Yuck. Yuck. I'd rather have a bowl of mud.
Perfect.
And it's going to take any 4, 6, 8-year-old is going to be, but I like pizza, but oh, yuck. And it's that whole conversation with the parents and back and forth for the kids' book, because that's not what monsters eat. So same thing. It'll be colorful. All the pages be print on one side, image on the other, and flip through, and I'll sell it at the conventions. And
so that's interesting. So you're doing print on one side and picture on the other. So print on the left, picture on the right.
Yes. So when you open it, there's the image right there when you first click the page.
Yeah, that's what I feel.
Yeah.
I saw something.
Like I said, I'm doing that so parents have something by their kids too, because there's been plenty of conventions where I've talked to parents about my science fiction or my fantasy, and they're happy and they're buying it and they're holding their kid's hand and the kid's bored to death.
Mm-hmm.
But when you can offer it to the child, show the child, the parents right there, there's some sales involved with that.
Yeah, that's great. Oh, looks good. These are 8x8 books. What do you think is the print size?
Your standard children's books. Yeah. Nothing crazy. And and I will make money because it doesn't cost me as much when I order them off Amazon and get my own copies and sell, but it's really to sell to the parents. You know what I mean? It's a kind of thing.
What is it going to cost you for those? Do you think?
A normal novel costs you, $6 or $7. I don't know with these color images, depending on how big it is, what it's going to cost me. But I mean, a signed kid's book is for $20 at a convention. I don't think parents would think that's outrageous.
Yeah, that's pretty normal, I think.
So
but you're talking.
Twinkle, twinkle, shining high, glittering up in the velvet sky. With a wink and a sparkling spin, adventure calls us, let's begin. Oh, we'll follow the stars and fly so far, on wings of dreams past moon and star. Through starlit paths and whispers like, we'll soar together, pure and bright. The moon hung soft, a gentle tune, guiding us by silver moon, through forests deep and rivers wide, with courage friends right by our side. Oh, we'll follow the stars and fly so far, on wings of dreams past moon and star. Through starlit paths and whispers like, we'll soar together, pure and bright. The moon hung soft, a gentle tune, guiding us by silver moon, through forests deep and rivers wide, with courage friends right by our side. Oh, we'll follow the stars and fly so far, on wings of dreams past moon and star. Through starlit paths and whispers like, we'll soar together, pure and bright. Hold my hand and don't let go. The stars will show us where to go. With hearts so brave and spirits free, there's magic in the world you see. Oh, we'll follow the stars and fly so far, on wings of dreams past moon and star. Through starlit paths and whispers like, we'll soar together, pure and bright.